Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Herbie's Garage. Today I'm working on my Kawasaki KL250 again, and I'm picking up where I left off. Last video, I was working on the lighting, the electrical, and I had a blown out headlight bulb. All these bulbs inside here was blown out. Tail light bulb. So I put a new tail light bulb in it. All these bulbs I replaced, all the dash light bulbs, they all work. I replaced the headlight bulb and it still doesn't work. There's a problem, I think, now in the switch, because sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I upgraded to an LED and it looks like it's going to be pretty bright. And I put a new turn signal flasher in it because the old one was really slow. And I got my battery all hooked in correctly and the right pigtails and all that, so that's all nice and neat. So I got all that done. Well, my next step was to take my carburetor out and clean it, and I was going to bring you guys along. Well, that didn't happen because that carburetor was so difficult. It probably took me a total of about 5 hours between taking it out, taking it completely apart, cleaning it, and getting it back in. It was a little bit of a battle. I think that if I would have done this without buying an ultrasonic cleaner, it would have been impossible. I thought the carburetor was almost too far gone because things were just stuck. I couldn't take things apart very easily. It took me forever to get the slide out. It was stuck. The float was stuck. The pin, the needle valve, all that stuff was just stuck in there. So anyway, to save on time, I went ahead and took it out, cleaned it, and got it put back in. So now I'm at the point where I need to put my air filter in, and then I'm going to try to fire it up. I did have a new spark plug for it, but it was the wrong one. So I'm using the old spark plug. Another thing that I have done is I changed the oil. I don't know if you could see this very well or not, but it's on a side stand. And see how you could see oil at the bottom and it's nothing at the top? Well, whenever I went to drain the oil, I noticed that oil was all the way to the top on the side stand. I thought, boy, that might be overfilled. So I went ahead and measured it, and it was a full 2 quarts. And this bike is supposed to take, it says right here, 1.5 liter, which is like 1.58 quarts. So it was almost a half a quart overfull. And I'm thinking that may have been the smoking problem with this motor. So I'm not going to take the engine apart and replace the rings like my plans were. I'm thinking it was just too full on oil. So I got the proper amount of oil in it now, and it's nice and clean. So I'm going to be firing it up here in a little bit. I want to talk about this ultrasonic cleaner I bought. Boy, I'm telling you what, this thing was awesome. This is what I bought right here. I bought it off of Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. But it's got a temperature setting and a time setting. It's easy to use and it's a good size. I think this is a 6 liter. Comes with this good sized basket. And it's got this thing in here for small parts. But it does so good. It took me probably 5 or 6 cycles to get my carburetor completely clean, but it's clean. And this is what I used to put in it. You can buy this at Dollar General. I paid $6 for this gallon. And this mean green is pretty good degreaser. So I used a whole gallon of this, and I put a cup of white vinegar in with it. And fantastic, it did great. Here's the other side of my carburetor. There's a choke. And everything I think is functioning good, so I'm hoping that it will fire up for me. Okay, let's go ahead and put the new air filter in. I haven't done that yet. And this is what I bought. It's a Uni NU2317ST air filter, and it comes with the cage, made in the USA. So let's throw this in. This won't take very long. And it comes with some stickers. And it comes with the cage in the center of it. So this is going to be nothing but a drop-in place. Look at that. Perfect fit. Now, hopefully this will fit in there like it's supposed to. It's a little tight, but it fits. All right, let's get the nut on. There we go. Okay, it should be good to fire up now. I just need a little bit of gas in the carburetor. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm hoping for the best. But I can't use my gas tank over there because it still needs cleaned, and I don't want to run that muck through my newly clean carburetor. So I made this many years ago, and I used it for like synchronizing my carburetors. If I have to take a gas tank off, this makes it a lot simpler. All this is a water bottle, and I've got it hanging. I drilled a hole in the cap, ran a rubber hose up into that cap, and it fits good and tight. I had to poke a hole in the bottom, otherwise it vapor locks. And then I attached my hose to it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to run this over to the inlet of my carburetor, and then we're going to try to fire it up. So let's do that right now. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have the bottle lower than the hose in order to attach it, like that. I raise it up and all the gas should start filling the bowl up. And then I'm going to hang it. Okay. Now what I'm going to tell you about this carburetor, I was going to tell you this earlier and I forgot. I did not have a kit to put in it. So I put back old gaskets, the old O-rings and stuff. Well, the base gasket for the bowl, it's an O-ring, of course, and it just was brittle, fell all apart. So I didn't have another one, so I went in my stash and I pulled out a couple of old ones that I had. I just cut them and formed them into this bowl, and they put a little bit of sealer in between the cracks where the two pieces meet. So far it seems like it's holding. I don't see any leaks on it, so let's see what happens. I'm kind of nervous. Let me put you up here. Okay, let's see what happens. Hopefully this thing will fire up. Make sure I got everything right. Now, I haven't fired it up yet, so I don't know if the idle's messed up. I haven't mixed with a mixture screw other than putting it back to where it was when I took it out, which was 1 3/4 turns out. Okay, I have it on run. I don't know if I need a choke or not. This does not have electric start. It's only kick start. So my neutral light's on. Okay, kind of nervous about this. But let's see what happens. How many kicks you think? I'm going to say 3. Give it a little bit of throttle. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3. Well, it might need choke. So let's try the choke. headlight's working. Maybe it has to be running for the headlight to be working. There's high and there's low. Boy, that LED light's bright for 6 volts. Let me turn the lights out. Yeah, as you can see, tail light's working. See if the brake light works. Yep. Not much difference, but it does work. There's the headlight. There's low. Whoops, that's off. There's low. There's high. See, there's the brightness of it. Low, high. See, the dash lights are lit up. That's on high. That's on low. Turn signal. It's working. It's working. Let's go to the left. It's working. And it's working back here. Awesome. That's idling about 1200 RPM. I don't see any leaks. So I guess I did a good job on the carburetor. Sounding good. Should have idle about 1500 though, I think. We're idling a little bit too low. All right, let's see if this thing will fire back up with one kick. And it does. Let's try it again. I'm not going to give it any throttle this time. Hands off. See how the clutch does. Yeah. Feels like it's working. Goes into neutral easily. Well, the KL250 is alive. And it started up really good. Probably would have started first or second kick, I think, if I would have had the choke on. I don't know what I was thinking, but thought maybe it'd start. It's kind of warm out today. But anyway, as soon as I turned the choke on, I think it was second kick, it fired right up. And man, it runs good. I mean, it probably needs a valve adjustment. You can hear just a little bit of a variance in the idle. And I would say that the valves probably need adjusting. So I will be doing that. I'll probably make a video on the valve adjustment. Probably going to make a video on my cleaning the inside of my tank. So really, I don't have a whole lot left to do. I don't know how much I'm going to do to this bike. I'm probably not going to do a whole bunch, but I will probably be shining up these plastics, making them look good again. And, you know, I want to take it for a ride. I can't wait. So, I mean, it's pretty close to being ready right now. If I had a gas tank on it, I could probably take it down the road and do some trail riding with it, I would imagine. But, man, it seems like it's going to start up really easy and run good. So, it sounds like I have a little bit of an exhaust leak I'm going to have to address. I'm not sure what that is, But right where it makes the bend, probably, you know how water does, it'll settle to the lowest point. So it probably got a rust hole down there, but I'll figure that out. But that should do it for today. I appreciate you watching. Look for the next one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. Probably a valve adjustment next, and we'll see how it runs with the valve adjustment. I may do a compression check on it just to see what kind of compression it's got, and maybe before and after the valve adjustment. Sometimes valve adjustments make a difference in the compression of it, so especially if they're way off. Anyway, that'll do it for today. Thanks for watching.